Welcome into the John M. Huntsman Center. Dusty Litzner, Dane Stewart, and of course, Coach Sapena. So glad to have you along with us. But it's been an absolute blast coming into this one. But Dane and Gus. Gus, first of all, this is an interesting one for you because Olympus is always perennially really, really good. But you were an assistant at Timpview.
Yes, sir. Had a great time there learning under the great Izzy Engel. And so I'm excited for this matchup, guys. It's going to be a great game.
Well, I hope you're excited to share some Izzy stories.
Absolutely.
We don't bring you on here just for the game talk, Coach.
I got lots of them for you guys.
Awesome.
That's great. So first of all, give us a couple of thoughts of what you think we'll see with Olympus and Timpview.
You know, Dusty, Dan, I think one thing that's going to stick out to me is Gavin Lowe is just so incredibly talented. He can get any shot he wants. Obviously, he's going to get his zone. Like, that kid can just score from any area he wants to. I think the key for Timpview is it's going to be interesting to see how they defend, Caden Jackson. He's a great three-point shooter, and be interesting to see how they also handle the two kids, Goldsberry and Owen, because they play hard, man. They hustle for coach, and I think it's going to be a great game. It's going to be interesting to see how they defend Dean Rucker at Timpview, see how they match up with the length of Timpview as well.
Be very interesting. Shane, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I'm interested to see Olympus defensively because Timpview's got a lot of length. And in the end against Alta, that played out. They've got a lot of length in this matchup. The difference is, I think, the hustle of a Gavin Lowe, and can that disseminate across the rest of that roster. Lazarus got in foul trouble in that game for Olympus in the quarters. I think he can be a big factor inside, especially on the glass, if Timpview doesn't shoot well. I love the Asa Naliai kid. There's a lot of talk about Rukert. Naliai did not have a great quarter. They did not need him a lot. Callan Tolstrup is a guy we don't talk about a lot, but he really shouldered the load. Dean's going to get his 14 to 18. That's what he does. You might as well book it now, right? Who's going to be that other guy that gets going, and can Olympus slow them down?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Dana's spot on with that. So I think Dean and Gavin are kind of in that same boat. I think, Gavin, you can sign up for 14 to 18 as well. It's just going to be a matter of which role players show up the best.
Is 18 enough from Lowe in this matchup?
It's a great question. He might have to score a lot more, especially against the length, like you mentioned.
Because if you talk about this Timpview team, they can score in bunches. They don't have to, but they can. Do you see them wanting to push tempo here tonight?
I do. I do think that Izzy's going to try to push tempo. I did talk to Iz last night a little bit, and he said that his number one goal was just not let Caden Jackson shoot any kind of three-pointers. So I think they let Gavin Lowe get his own, and it's just a matter of shutting down the other players on their team.
And I thought it was interesting because when you look at that game yesterday with Olympus when they played Springville, it was a lot of the initially it was the drives, right? And the speed getting to the rim. Well, then Springville took that away with help inside, and then you had the kick-outs. That's where Jackson played in, right? So if you're Timpview, where do you think they start with that tonight?
I see Izzy doing a little bit different type of matchup zones.
Okay.
He has like a triangle and two type of defense that he likes to run called Delta. I wouldn't be surprised if he brings that out tonight and kind of uses that a little bit to kind of maybe get Gavin Lowe a little flustered, maybe seeing if he gets the ball a little bit more to Goldsberry and Lazarus and Owen.
Okay. You just gave out the passcode.
Izzy's probably going to get mad about me.
Be sure
at me at
to
that
drink
game.
your Ovaltine.
And it's all good, right? No.
Hey, by the way, we want to welcome in our viewers from Colorado. Hey guys, they know who they are. They say, Dusty, you look great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll let you know who. Well, it's the Sheets. Jim Sheets and family.
I do remember Sheets, absolutely.
Hope you guys enjoy the broadcast tonight, and got a lot of great Olympus fans, and
that's one of the best ones.
one of the best.
100%.
One of the best.
But almost set and ready to rock here, and man, I just always try to remember what they do on TV and how we're going to pair this back up and just get it to where we need it.
All right. So, Coach, I know that you've got a soft spot in your heart for Timpview, but that orange, my goodness, it's bright.
It is bright. It took a little adjusting to get used to those uniforms.
I'm not going to lie. I'm trying to turn down the brightness on my screen.
Did you bring your sunglasses, Dan?
I did not.
You know what's amazing is that Maze Lewis picked out the orange for
Maeve.
the uniform.
Way to go, Maeve.
Maeve, that's what I meant to say, Maeve.
She's going to be cheering all night. Well,
Gotta love Maeve.
She hopes they'll be cheering all night, right? Olympus hopes they won't.
That's 100% of what thought we were going to see tonight. And there we go. Man.
How's that for a pregame?
Driving me nuts.
Gus, any keys?
Again, like I mentioned earlier, I think it's just a matter of which role players show up best tonight. So I think a big X factor is Will Openshaw for Timpview. If he can get going inside, I think that makes Timpview so much stronger. I'm speaking from personal experience with that one.
He's beat you in the gym a couple times, or?
No comment to that, but
Okay.
he destroyed our boundball team earlier this season.
So here we go. First possession of this one. Hands off to Gavin Lowe. Always expect really good things out of Gavin Lowe. As he drives, now pulls, falls away, and hits. Gavin Lowe can get anything.
Any shot he wants. He's like incredible at finding his own shot. And he's one of the hardest working kids I've seen, Dusty. He's such a great basketball player.
I don't know how he has the energy that he has. I don't know how that guy never tires out.
There's the three, does not go. Rebound, still loose. And it's still going out there for both two to go after. And it's going to be jump ball, and it will stay here with the T-Birds.
One thing I noticed about, to go to your point, Dane, about how tired sometimes Gavin sometimes get, I think he sometimes plays coy and acts a little tired and then explodes hard on you. I think he's really sneaky about stuff like that.
That's interesting.
That would not shock me at all. Because you see that kid playing, it's like, yeah, he's just a gamer, and he'll do whatever. And if that's playing possum, by all means.
Absolutely, it works.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, for instance, my throat isn't really sore. I'm just changing it so y'all feel bad for me. This way I get free drinks, and it's genius.
It's so smart.
He's so smart. To put the ball into the hands of Olympus off the turnover there from Openshaw. He's going to hold here with Reese. Now he's going to drive. He sends out to a wide open three. Got it. How about that one from Davian Lazaris?
That kid, if he gets that shot going tonight, he could also be a huge factor for Olympus.
Huge.
That kid's impressive. A sophomore, 6'7", 5 points a game, hits 24 threes on the season. Kid can shoot. He can do just what he just did.
Pretty good drive there, but not a lot there from Asim Naliai. They're looking inside, now send it up top. Now Rukert. He goes at Lewis, sends out for three. Back rimmed. Rebound taken by number 2, Caden Jackson. They send it back out to Gavin Lowe. Gavin on the drive. How about the reverse? Can't get it. And then the foul on the rebound. Going to be called as
Number 14, Luke Mullen of Olympus. His first.
I was trying to make sure I understood what was going to be said there between Gavin Lowe and Dean Rukert.
That's a great matchup. I'd pay to see those kids play one-on-one together.
Is Dean much of a talker?
He's not. He's actually very quiet.
I'll tell you right now, he's kind of letting what's his name have a here part of his mind. Is a three is there for number 33. That's Colin Tallstrip.
He started that quarter the same way. Hit some big outside shots early.
He's just so talented at that. He's tall, he's athletic, and he can hit those shots. People sometimes disrespect his outside game, in my opinion.
And they'll pay for it when they do.
They will.
So they did last night.
Yep.
Three on the way and good. Caden Jackson knocks down a three.
Izzy right now is probably losing his head right now. He did not want to see Caden Jackson hit threes tonight.
Well, the suit coat is still on.
That's true.
The free throw will not go. Now on the run, here comes finds the cutting man to the hoop. That's Luke Owen. Nice find there from Gavin Lowe.
Great pass.
A little different here. 10-3. Can't get the three to go, and the rebound taken. Here comes Gavin Lowe. He hands off Lazaris. Got the three. Timeout. Izzy Engel. How about the start here for Timpview?
Yeah, Olympus, man. Lazarus coming out and shooting 2 threes like that, hitting 2 threes. That's huge for them. Timpview looked a little lost on that defensive transition. They didn't know who was picking up who. Izzy will get that cleaned up.
You know, it's, man, what a start. That's supposedly the tougher end. And yet you got Lazarus and Jackson knocking down threes. And, you know, I always say this is not your typical Olympus team because they are not super deep at the 3 ball. And look, that's not been the case in the first 3.5 minutes tonight.
It certainly hasn't, and it's going to swap as well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at the half, we're going to go.
Sure.
We're going to flip sides, but it's crazy because Olympus will come over to this side, which is the better side.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. They might not want to switch if they keep shooting this way. Hey, we got the lid off the jar here. So, Coach, let's ask you another question. You already gave us, you know, secret verbiage on Izzy. So now we're going to get the real sensitive information. What are you guys putting in the water to get so much length at Timpview High School? Because my goodness, between Openshaw and Tolstrup and Ruckert, I mean, even Nolly, yeah, he's not 6'8", but he's got some length to him. Like, what? Talk about.
I wish I had the answer to that, Dane. I don't know what they grow in the Provo area.
Izzy didn't let you bring it up to Bountiful?
No, I asked him if I could borrow like a Dean Rucker. I said, you know, you got plenty of length. I can use a little bit of that right now.
It's just crazy because, like, you look at this team, it's just like they're all long.
Yeah,
go.
When we played them earlier this season, we came out to a hot start, got up by 12 or 13 points early, and then their length the rest of the game just bothered our guys. You can tell that anytime they drove, they could jump and give them up the lane, and they could recover quickly with a block shot. So their length is definitely a problem.
Thought about the 3, couldn't get it off. Sends it off to Nolly. Sends it back out to Dean Ruckert. Steps through, no traveling violation. Dean Ruckert's going to come back saying, wait, was that? And Mr. Official said, nope, that is not a Euro step. You get 1, you don't get 2.
Tough turnover right there for Timpview.
And now a foul near side, as that's going to be the first team foul on Timpview.
I think that's on Palmer.
Drop that ball inside. Never mind. As here comes Gavin Lowe. Sends that out. Does get into the hands now of Gavin Lowe. Lowe gets to his right hand. Jump it up. No, got his own board. Blocked away from behind.
There's that length that Dane was talking about that impacts the game for Timpview.
I think it impacted both shots there by Lowe.
I agree.
They're just trying to get to the ball to the guy we always look for. That's number 33, Colin Tallstrip. But was fouled first.
Even at the guard position, like Dane mentioned earlier, you have Lincoln Holcomb and Mason Forkeman at guards. They're still lengthy guards at their position.
Oh, how about that?
Wow.
Lob it up, and there comes Colin Tallstrip to come in and clean it up and put it away.
Beautiful play. I knew exactly what they were going to run right there. I remember that play all the time. One thing that Izzy's great at with this team is they never waver. They're down. They just continue to just battle and chip away.
You know, I was talking to Quincy Lewis about Ruckert, and he said, yeah, he's a shooter. Didn't tell me he'd dunk like that.
Oh, my gosh. How about that? Defined to the easy, number 13.
Lazarus, his third 3 already.
Well, there's the miss. Now the run out with the Titans. The baseline pass gets to Lowe. He sends out. Oh, nice job. Nice heads-up play from number 4.
And that's another one where that length makes a difference. That's a shot for Jackson against any other team.
Yeah, good defense there as Lincoln Holcomb was there, and a nice job of getting down there. Send it out to Holcomb. Sends it back out. And easy to send it back out. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Send out.
Good find.
Three is not there, and the rebound taken by Timpview. And then the block. How about that from Easton? Oh my gosh. Send it ahead, and a two-handed flush from Easton.
Low on the run out. But how about Olympus giving Timpview a little bit of their own medicine?
Gavin Lowe. My bad. Send that ball inside. Tolstrup can't get it. And the rebound taken down by number 4. That's Goldberry.
Timpview pressing a little bit offensively. 1 or 2 passes and a shot. They need to just settle in and relax and run the offense. But what a play by Gavin Lowe.
Wasn't that unreal? Got the loose ball and then gets to the rim. And now the foul. That's going to put him at the free throw line.
Let's see if we have that whole sequence from just a moment ago. Great close by Gavin. How about that pass?
Yeah, that advanced pass by Luke Owen is huge.
So Gavin goes to the free throw line for 2 free throws. And this is the first. Bit of a surprise.
Yeah, not used to number 1 shooting a shot and missing.
Still surprising. Officials for tonight: Brett Kinghorn, Brandon Wilkins, and Jana Page.
Missed 2.
He did go. I'm really surprised by that.
Might want to check his temperature, see if he's feeling okay.
I'm sure he'll send out, we'll post something from the free throw. My heavens. From the, never mind.
We're good.
You're good, Dust.
Yep.
All right, let's see if Timpview right here, this is their 3 out, 2 in, kind of, we used to call it our yellow offense right here. Looking for a little high-low.
So you got to send it in. As he sends it right back out, I don't understand it.
Olympus looks like they're sending the double.
Send out for 3, can he not get it? And the rebound taken by Gavin Lowe.
Got caught too far deep. I don't know that he expected he was there, and by the time that ball gets there, it's too late. Tough shot.
Send the ball here to Lazaris. Oh man, I thought that ball got stuck,
that was
right?
Close.
There's that matchup again, Lowe against Ruker, now to Isa.
That's a great job, though, getting that matchup switched, right?
Yeah, big thing for Iz in his program as well. We do the same thing. We call it double fist. We switch everything. And so Timpview did a great job right there contesting that shot with the switch.
Gonna pull for 3, does not get the 3. And that's oh yeah, the ball goes out of bounds off of Gavin Lowe. And it's gonna be Timpview basketball with 8.5 left.
Obviously, as a coach, when you're down by 13, you tell your team, you know, we're not down by 13, we're down by just a few possessions. Starts on the defensive end, but if Timpview's gonna not just play defense and make a comeback, Mason Ford is gonna have to hit some of those shots. Some of these role players are gonna have to hit, like Lincoln Holcomb, Tolstrup.
Sends out for 3 and got it. Man alive, that needed to be hit. That's 6 points for Tolstrup. At the horn. So at the end of 1, it's Olympus 18 and Timpview 8. You're watching the 2025 5A state tournament on KSLSports.com.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
How's your card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back. Getting ready to start our second quarter. Want to remind you our playoff coverage on KSLSports.com is brought to you by Tap Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with a 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and a 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal at Tab Bank. member FDIC. We want to thank Tap Bank for their sponsorship here of our playoff coverage this week.
1,000,000%. Thank you, Tab Bank. Always tell people you got to think of Tab Bank whenever you're looking at what you're going to do.
Yep. Awesome to have them on board. See how many bank shots we get tonight, or maybe even some money shots, huh?
Great line right there, Dane. I saw a bank shot last night in our game. Soren Reese hit a bank shot,
He did.
three-pointer.
Yeah.
I hear the word bank, and that's what comes to my mind.
That we had a couple bank shots yesterday, but I don't remember any bank shots today. Actually, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I've been here most of the day, and I don't remember one either.
I don't either.
Yeah, you're right.
So we're going to throw it in, and timeout granted. And I tell you what, that was a guy that was kind of getting into it and was like, hey, we got to take a timeout here.
Should have a little fun with Gus.
Yep, absolutely.
Uh-oh. No pressure.
No, we're good. Gus, you've been the head coach now for 2 years. A lot of aspiring people want to be coaches. What would be the advice you would give to those who want to get into coaching about how do you make that transition or grow up in the game of coaching to where you become a head coach?
That's a great question, Dane. I think just continue to stay hungry and don't ever give up on your dream regardless of what people tell you. I'll be honest, 2 years ago when I was at Timpview, I was done looking for a job. I was told a lot by people, hey, you're a really great candidate. You don't have experience, but keep going. And I wanted to kind of give up. I was like, I'm in a good situation. I'm good. I had a really good support system around me that said, hey, just keep going, keep going. And then I had multiple job offers. Bountiful wasn't the only one. And I'm grateful I had a support system. So if you have a great support system and you just continue to be hungry and learn and never give up, I think sky's the limit for you.
Oh, there's a block. That's a great, this little thought too, right? Because you always have people telling you like, oh, it's all good. We're all good. But it's also, I think I agree that you got to have people in your corner.
Yeah, I was giving up. I was done. I remember just crying tears thinking, oh, these people are just saying this. They're just trying to be nice to me. And I'm grateful that people like Izzy were so encouraging. What a block over there by Openshaw, by the way, on that last
Great
shot.
closeout.
Great closeout. Length again, impacting like Dane mentioned earlier.
Always good to see Openshaw do something like that. As they send that ball out.
Shot clock taken down.
It's 7 seconds down to 5. Fall away. Man alive. Get another guy, and that's just something happens. Caden Jackson has had himself a day.
I've been watching Coach Barnes obviously for a while, and one thing that's impressed me about Caden Jackson is I think last year he was more of just a shooter. This year you can tell he's put time and effort into his dribble drive and to doing more than just shooting the ball, and you saw that right there.
Double dribble.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, here's the thing, too. We didn't talk about this in the open, but because this is not the Olympus up and down the floor, 80 points a night, their defense is at a different level than it has been the last couple years. They've been good defensively. This year's defense is legitimate good.
Yeah, and it all starts, I think, with Gavin Lowe.
Yep.
What a great pass, by the way, right there.
Oh, try to get another one off, and the ball is knocked away, and now a foul. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Going to be called on Lucas Milas. And that is number 1 on Lucas Milas.
Timpview here needs to capitalize and get a big shot. It's amazing how the visual of being down by, getting to double digits again can do so much for a team mentally. I've learned that this year.
Isn't that amazing what it does? Just gives you that feeling like, hey, we're good. We're going to drop that down inside. Powers his way in. Now he's going to try to turn and get the shot off, but he was fouled before he was able to do it.
See if I have a look here.
Number 13,
Yeah. I actually thought that might have been on Milas, but they do call on Lazaris. Gus, here's a question for you. Back in my day, I had to walk uphill to school in snow both ways. You used to see a lot of players taking fouls for their teammates. Why don't you see that anymore? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I totally know what you're talking about. You put me on a spot there. That's a great question. That used to happen all the time back in my day, too.
All
Yeah.
the time.
You'd put your hand up and say, no, that's foul's on me.
Right.
No, I haven't seen that hardly at all.
I expect that at Bountiful next year, Coach.
Yes,
no
sir.
pressure.
No pressure. I'll have it ready for your first broadcast you come over.
Fantastic.
No, because that's one of the things I told Dane. I was like, man, when we grew up, like it was always like, hey, no, I'll take it. Just give it to me. Especially when you know you're not going to have a bunch of them.
Yep. Timpview looking to double team here.
3 on the way. Front of the rim. Oh, man, right in the hands of Olympus. That ball still loose.
Look at the battle.
And the jump ball belongs to Olympus, or probably to Timpview. But, man, it took forever to get to that ball. And Timpview goes and gets it.
Yeah, you can tell that Timpview was trying to kind of create a little bit of better pace here with the double team in. By the way, guys, Izzy's jacket's off. So you know,
I just saw it.
Sleeves are coming up.
Yeah, there it is.
I think this is the earliest I've seen Iz take off his suit coat.
It's a little early.
Yeah.
Usually it's like halftime, right?
Yeah, usually second half is when he kind of takes it off.
3 on the way, won't go. Man alive.
Now, I have seen times where he's super frustrated with officials. It comes off, but that hasn't been the case here.
Yes, I agree. You can tell he's a little frustrated with a couple of things defensively.
Sends out to the corner. Now back out to Gavin Lowe, pulls and hits. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, he was into that.
People don't understand how hard of a shot that is with a near 7-foot kid flying at you, closing out. That's an impressive shot by Mr. Lowe.
Yeah, I mean, super impressive. And I love the confidence. He just looked at the student section like, that's 3.
It's like he knew it was going to go in or something.
If you put it up, that's going in. Man,
gotta be careful here.
Turns it over. Here comes Lowe.
All right.
Caught on the floor first.
Let's look at that last 3 by Gavin. This sneaks out. We talked about against that Springfield game. There's a lot of penetration and kicking. This zone is allowing that because they're collapsing down. You talk about, is he probably a little frustrated? Do you expect that to be a change that he'll make?
I do. I think he'll try something different here. You saw the double team come in. I think that was trying to, again, to try to create his own pace. And I feel like he can get away with the double teams and leave guys on the wings open because they can recover quickly with their length. So I expect a change. I'm sure him and his coaching staff right here are talking about potentially switching up their defensive looks.
We'll take a quick break. 4:58 left in the half. 23-10. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart, and Coach Gus Sopena with you. And Coach, been a blast today.
It sure has, Dusty. And by the way, it's great having you and Dane back together for these playoffs. Awesome.
It was what we were working for, and we finally got it. There are other times I was going to get it all back, but he just kept like freaking out and not letting me just come back and do it.
Gosh, I can't believe you, Dane. Can't believe you.
Like, this is news to me.
I'm joking. Megan told me, she's like, he texted me, and I texted him back saying, oh, he's having a I'm like, don't you ever just send him that. So a nice drive in the finish there for number 14. That's Luke Owen. Come back on this end. It looked like he got hit. That's Colin Tulstrup.
Once again, just more props to Gavin Lowe. He's impacting the game in more ways than just shooting the ball. That was a great dish. Little pocket pass right there.
That's the 3rd, though, on Luke Owen. Oof.
I was just going to say, that's a big call right there. Luke Owen is one of those kids that coaches like me would love to have on your team. Just hustles, does everything really well. Great rebounder for his size.
So we all came into this game thinking it was going to be super, super close, and it has not been super, super close.
What was the start, right? I mean, ever since that start, it's been pretty even, but Timpview hasn't been able to really chip away at him.
I mean, not your way, Gus. I mean, we all thought it was going to be really close and be really interesting.
I thought the same thing too, Dusty. I think those threes by Lazarus earlier in the game really impacted Timpview. They looked a little flustered. Again, like I mentioned earlier, hopefully they can settle down here.
Look how bunched they're getting.
Yeah, got to send it to the corner, and a 3 is there for Caden Jackson. He's now got 8 points on the half.
I mean, they move the ball up the floor quickly. Timpview never establishes their base zone. Everyone's now running the ball, and you got all this space for Olympus.
Ford on the drive. You're going to have a foul before you would pass out. 4:01 left in the second quarter. And you just can't not stare at it.
I mean that ball works baseline 10, 12 feet out, and you got 3 defenders there.
That's a rare thing to see from an Engel-led team like that. Like they're not in their defensive position, and you can tell when you get out of position defensively, it puts a lot of pressure on your help side defenders.
So Gavin Lowe.
Another double team coming.
And that ball was stripped away as he was going up. And they're all kind of saying, like, hey, look, man, they just didn't give it to us. What was like the first thing you saw? Like, what are we talking about? Like, he just tried to come in, but this is where it goes.
I think Timpview needs to, I'm sure Iz will talk about this at halftime, but they got to recognize that double team is coming, and those skip passes will be open. Props to Olympus for doing a great job getting their hands up in passing lanes and making it tough for Timpview. They're hesitating quite a bit off of that double team.
That's the first point for Ruckert since that opening dunk.
My gosh.
I'm actually very surprised to hear that.
That is easily the biggest surprise we've had in the first half.
I will tell you this, though, and I say it every Dean Ruckert game. That guy gets to the line better than anyone else in the state.
He's incredible at creating contact, finishing through contact. Got to give him props on that one. He works really hard on that, too. I've seen him do it after practice a lot of times.
Here comes the drive down the baseline, sends it back out. He hands back. The three's on the way and rattled in. Oh, my goodness. How about that one from Ty Goldberry? And that's his first shot of the day. Here comes the other one. Ruckert can't get it. Tipped out. Tipped back in. And that's going to stay. No, there he said goes over to Timpview.
The lack of three-point shooting from Timpview is shocking to me right now.
What's also shocking, I agree. What's also shocking is how quickly they keep shooting the ball. I feel like they're pressing a little bit too much and almost like they're panicking.
And it's because look at how much time's left. Three on the way. Won't go. And the rebound taken by Ford. And now the foul granted there by Caden Jackson.
Timpview shooting free throws rest of the quarter.
Foul on number 2.
Lots of, yeah, 15 foul here on Olympus. And that's all. I was looking at one of the lead assistants there for Colby. He's foot and hand behind his head. He's like, what are we doing? This is ridiculous.
I know that feeling, being on the bench and wondering why we're calling the foul that many feet away from the basket.
I know that guy.
How do you really feel?
That guy's amazing, though. The referee is unreal. As there's the free throws there from Ford. 31-16. Got it down to 15, but can he get it down to 10?
Looks like Isa is going to be face guarding and denying Low right here. And with a double team, which is pretty brave. Great length right there. Steal by Ruckert.
Drop it into Ruckert. He goes up with it and scores. There you go, 31-18.
Well, that was an impressive finish over pretty much 2-3 guys.
When he didn't have to. Now, granted, he had to, but you know what I mean. Oh, turn around. Didn't see it. The ball's loose and picked up. Here comes Timpview. Off the bump and gets the foul. And it's going to be Dean Ruckert going to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Once again, Dane is a man of his word. He knows what he's talking about. Dean Ruckert to the line again.
I'm actually, you talked about Malai face guarding Low. That's been a really great adjustment in the last 30 seconds because Olympus looks not fractured, but boy, all of a sudden it's like, where do we go? Yep.
I know, speaking from experience, that when your best players are not touching the ball and involved in the offense, it sometimes flusters the other guys in the team. They're used to having the ball in the hands of the guys that are so dominant and so great at it. So, yeah, you can tell that's impacting Olympus a little bit there.
You see Dean Ruckert. He's gotten it going in the last little bit for him. Nope, misses the free throw. And there's the rebound to him. And now the three, not going to go. There's a save. And that did not touch the rim, so it's not a re-save with the clock.
I'd like to see Mason Ford there just take his time and got an offensive rebound. Make Olympus play another 35 seconds of defense.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
As there's the shot from Ford, and he didn't need to pull it there.
Yeah, that one.
Come back this way, and it's all Olympus. With drive, he does have to stymie it. Bring the ball near side to Milas. As he hands off to Gavin Lowe.
What a spin by Gavin.
That was something else, right?
Wow.
That's the thing. One of my favorite things brought up today was by Quincy Lewis. Like, this kid should go to like Southern Utah or go to Dixie State. And I thought that was interesting. Yeah, that's what he brought up. As he got the ball in and then the score. How about that one?
Great finish over Dean Ruckert's length right there as well.
Yeah, Gavin Lowe, I don't know. Maybe he won't get to experience what so many guards out of the city of Utah experience, which is, well, if you had another 2 or 3 inches. I hope he doesn't, because I think that kid can play the next level.
Yeah, if a college coach, especially like a smaller mid-major school like SU, can't see that.
Here comes Dean with Gavin. Puts it up, and it goes. Nicely done.
What a great finish. And again, Gavin Lowe playing just tremendous defense. He made Dean work for that finish right there.
Got that ball inside, and an easy, no, he could not get it to go.
Got to hit that one.
And the rebound taken by Timpview. Well, let's see how long they're going to hold it here.
Knowing Izzy the way I do, he's going to get the shot he wants here under 12 seconds. They're looking to hit a big 3 right here or a little alley-oop. Wasn't there on the back door. Gavin did a great job taking it away.
Oh, nice pass, and then the dunk. Nicely done, as that's the final shot of the first half. And man, what a crazy half it's been. But a 10-point ball game as Olympus leads Timpview 33-23. You're watching the 2025 5A semifinals.
With a tab spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
How's your card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Center Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart, and of course, Coach Gus Sopena with you. And Coach, I tell you, that first half was awesome.
Yeah, if you're Olympus, you couldn't have asked for a better start. Lazarus hitting some threes, Gavin Lowe impacting the game, but not just his shot making, but his playmaking, his defense, his intensity. You can tell it totally rattled Timpview.
That was very interesting. But Dane, when we look at Timpview and everything else, I mean, especially with Olympus and everything they got going on, always interesting to see how the end of that half is going to bounce back into this one.
Yeah, I mean, I love the adjustment of Naliai on Low and just lock him down. It obviously disrupted Olympus. You know, if you're Olympus, what do you do to free that up? Or do you say, all right, hey guys, we know what they're going to do, and now it is going to be on the rest of you. And I don't think that'll be the approach. You've got to have Gavin Lowe make an impact in this game, but I would think Timpview comes out with that same defensive adjustment, and they're going to make Olympus beat it. But I don't know, Gus, you know Izzy.
Yeah, I think it worked the last couple of minutes. I couldn't agree more. The face guarding was great. Here's the problem, though, if they're going to continue to play that defense, though, guys, is that Isa is their best face guarder. He's a tremendous defender. After that, like Jackson Palmer can probably do that, but not as good as Isa, though. So I expect this to come back out, double team the ball, which is, in my opinion, pretty brave. I remember telling him sometimes, like, are you sure you want to double team and face guard at the same time? And so props to Timpview for making Gavin work hard to get open and get involved in the ball.
How many calories do you think Gavin Lowe burns in a game?
Well, that's a great question. What do you think, Dusty?
Calories? It burns a lot. Like maybe 1,000, 2,000?
Yeah, easily.
Go back door. Extra pass, 3 on the way. Off the mark, and the rebound goes right back into his hands. Send it back out. Now he sends it to the corner. 3 on the way, and buried. Holy cow, man.
That ball movement, and notice that never even touched Gavin. It's everybody else.
Luke Owen knocked down the 3.
And that's an underrated thing that Caden Jackson did, where he caught the ball and he had his eyes and toes pointed to the rim, like I tell my team all the time. He made the defense come towards him, and boom, hit that one more.
You got to have it in you to do that, right?
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, usually you're like, no, I'm not doing that. got the open three, couldn't get it to drop. And now back down the floor with the Titans. Down the lane, send to the corner. Extra pass. He sends out, three on the way, won't go. Rebound taken by Lazarus.
If Timpview wants to make a comeback, they have to hold Olympus to one possession.
Oh, go ahead.
Offensive rebound also on that last possession before they hit that three. Sorry, Dane.
There's a lot of eye candy right now, too. I mean, Timpview's heads are watching other things and all the movement of Olympus, how they're getting some of this open space right now.
Timpview could do a little bit of that themselves on offense.
Yep.
Just move the ball, make their head spin again, like you just said.
Just throws it away, taken by number 2, and he lost the handle. And then the ball tipped out by Timpview. So the ball's going to stay with Olympus with 29 seconds.
Again, you saw Timpview come down and one pass, and they're looking to make a shot or make a move. They just need to be a little patient, just chip away.
So it comes right into Caden Jackson. Goes back to low, sends out. Open three, won't go.
It's that other side of the court, guys, right?
Right. Especially when you're already shooting at the bad one. It's just what's amazing. And you go back inside, three on the way. Not going to go. That ball just not going to hit. You got to get that one more pass over to, wait, first of all, your best player is like right one pass away from you.
Yeah, I get what Timpview is thinking. I've seen it as a coach. Like, the boys just, they want to make that play that's going to get the game kind of back in their favor. They want to be that guy that's going to kind of get the momentum going. Just got to let the game come to you.
Yeah, you just got to kind of calm down and watch it. The foul is on number 5, and that is Jackson Palmer, number 2 on Jackson. Going to set it up as he's going to put Caden Jackson at the free throw line. Front rim's the first. So a little surprising when he's going to come in and just have the problem.
So, Coach, here's the question. Now goes off. What do you expect to see defensively now from Timpview?
I would expect either Jackson Palmer or Dean to pick him up, or maybe go a totally different defense here.
Another offensive board there, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. As they send that back out, 3 on the way, and got it. The wide open 3, and Owen now with 10 points.
It's just simple basketball, guys. Like, you drive the basketball, you suck the defense in, you look for those passes, and Olympus is just doing a better job of that so far tonight.
But here's the incredible thing. Gavin Lowe has 7 points. It's everybody else. He's almost their least scorer in this game.
And sometimes, Dane, that's what helps teams win championships, is
Yes.
how big those role players are.
But you talk about players who want to make plays for their team. Olympus, like, guys, we just want to win. Doesn't matter who makes the play.
Yep, doesn't matter. Like, we got all this stuff set up. And a lot of it is just, I just want to be the one that does it.
And at the end of the day, that's what champions are made of, is those kind of mentalities, those kind of attitudes.
On the drive, sends out to the wide open Lazarus. Cannot get it. Tip back up, no. And the rebound taken down by Ford.
Boy, fortunately clear there for Timpview.
Yeah.
Putback should have gone down.
Another offensive rebound, too, again.
Yep.
Timpview just needs to work the ball here. Trust is he's going to call some great plays to try to take advantage of matchups.
Come off. Here's Rukert. The 3 won't go. Tip back up and in. Nice job there by Colin Tolscript.
Some people think that Callan is just a three-point shooter, but he's a good post-up player. He can finish on the block, and he can also do that right there. Rebound the basketball and finish around the rim.
So here comes the 3. They send that ball to the corner. 3 on the way, and good. Oh, my goodness. Luke Owen. The dude has been unreal today.
Beats.
A little offensive foul.
Oh, man.
Jackson Palmer switched on to Gavin right there. And you can tell that Gavin's got a little frustrated with Jackson holding him, grabbing him with 2 hands.
You know, I don't just yell vegetables. yesterday we were talking, and someone made a comment about how is Bill Rafter, and I was like, oh, you should wait to hear about the vegetables I got in store. So beets.
Yep.
Right now, Luke Owen is the superfood.
Yeah.
Because he is hitting all of those open threes. I mean, it's just like their ability to find him in space, and that's where it's difficult. So you want to face guard Gavin Lowe, that's fine. What are you going to do with Owen? What are you going to do with Jackson? What are you going to do with Lazarus?
Yeah, you have no answers.
And
do they ever leave a zone? Does Timpview have to leave a zone?
I mean, I think it would be, yeah, sure. But like at the same time though, you gotta if you're gonna face guard someone and put you in a tough bind with help side defense, and at that point, I think they're just relying a little too much on their length to close out a little bit sooner. I think what they need to do is just buckle down and make sure they hold them to just one possession, and then hopefully they can get some baskets on the other end.
Okay.
Been the toughest question we've asked all day. What other tough questions do you have for Gus opinion?
Let's see. Gus, what do we got?
My turn for the Q&A.
Yeah.
Toughest gym?
Sure, we can do that. What is the toughest gym in the state of Utah?
That I've coached at personally? Or?
Yeah,
you coach. That's fine.
Head or assist?
Because I could do the other one, but that's not. We'll figure that out later.
Head or assistant? I'll tell you one gym that I'm never going to forget that when I was an assistant coach with was Payson.
Oh, really?
Yes, we played them in the playoffs that year.
Yeah.
They were like one of the top seeds. We were like I think we were a 10 or 11 seed. And I remember sitting on the bench, and I remember feeling the floor shake with how loud that gym was.
Wow. And that's the old gym.
That's the old gym, correct.
How about Payson winning 4A this year?
Yeah, good for them.
That was awesome.
That shot, too, that hit at the end of the game.
Oh, 3 on the way and got it. Gavin Lowe.
He made a boo-boo. He collapsed too much, and you do that against Gavin, he'll make you pay.
Unreal. Dude puts it up and got it. Nice job there by Jackson Palmer. His first point of the ball game.
Jackson Palmer is a great defender, and he can hit some shots when he's left open. Dean's got to finish this here.
And that ball gets away. And they tell you right now, the more open, the surprising thing for me is that open shot only has 4 points. 4 points.
Now, I'm missing 2 for Timpview. I don't know where it is, but regardless.
They're not all real open shot, I'll tell you right now, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Timpview is definitely a stronger team when Will Openshaw scores the basketball.
Well, and remember, Tolstrup got engaged early. I mean, he's got a bucket here in the third, but
where else is the offense from Timpview going to come?
I don't
like
know.
That someone on their roster needs to step up and score and help Dean out here a little bit.
And the free throw good from Dean Ruger. 13 for Dean. Here comes Olympus up the floor. And back to Gavin Green.
Another double team from Timpview to get the ball out of Lowe's hands.
Baseline, got it into Lazarus. And that was what happened. They got it down, and the last guy's like, what do I do? You have nowhere to go.
And that's where, for me, it's like, I don't know. Do you go man? Because that zone right now, they're finding the holes in it.
Yeah, Olympus is just doing a great job of finding the open man. Help comes, heads up, looking for the open man.
Gotta fit that ball inside. And
little pinball.
How many loose balls have we had like that today, gentlemen?
A bunch of them.
Does Olympus feel quicker to all those loose balls?
Absolutely. They seem to always be the first to the floor, and I know a coach like Coach Barnes has probably preached that to his boys.
So we'll land back to Gavin Lowe. Lowe's going to come off the screen there from Lazarus. He's going to head in, send out. 9 on the shot clock. Down to 5. Going to go on the drive. Gavin Lowe, oh my gosh. Just able to get that thing to pop in. Kid's got 12 points.
Kid can get any shot he wants on the court, like we mentioned in pregame. Like, it's just an incredible finish. You can just see how much it means to Gavin.
Here's how that Timpview film review goes tomorrow. Coach, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Like, It's well defended.
And that player would have every right to feel that way.
Yeah.
Missed on that one, down the floor with his man. I mean, that's Caden Jackson.
Timpview needs something here to kind of get their juice flowing again. Like, you can tell they feel a little flat right here.
It's 17 with 1:15 left in the third.
This is a big turning point here. Hopefully, great find by Lowe again.
3 on the way and got it. Lazarus knocks down the 3. Holy Hannah.
I like to tell my team all the time that the true measure of a great player, what a dunk by Dean.
And Dean Ruckert with the dunk and 1 is going to put him at the free throw line for a +1. But, I mean, this is something interesting. He can make the free throw, put him at 17. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, Olympus has just been the better team so far. They find every open man. They make the right read. They play as a team. It's incredible. Oh, Izzy kind of emptying out his bench here a little bit.
Is this just for a final minute? Maybe get your guys a rest before a hard push in the fourth?
You know, that's a great question, Dane. I'm actually puzzled myself.
I mean, 24 has not been in the game all night. 13 is not either, if I remember right. No, who's really been?
No, he is not. Yeah, 24 and 13 have not. You're right, Dusty.
So the dude seriously walked like 5 times. Oh, we're going to bring it back up the floor.
I do know that number 24 in Timpview, Braxton, he's a tremendous defender. And maybe he's just looking for a spark right here.
Yeah, got him guarding Gavin Lowe, and there's a foul. Not a bad idea. I mean, you only got 2 team fouls.
Dusty, have you heard one Titan triple chant tonight?
Nope.
What is happening?
I don't know. That's a super sad thing.
What is happening?
No, it may have happened early. I mean, they may have chanted one early, maybe, but then they've kind of just died off.
I don't think I've heard a Titan triple chant.
I think you're right. I have not heard the same either.
That's on me then. Haven't heard a single thing tonight. They haven't made any kind of anything.
For what a great night it's been for Olympus, that should be a strike.
Yeah,
we need Titan triple chants.
And that ball just take it away. Kid was just bringing the ball up the floor, got taken away from behind.
That's good pursuit there. Naliai and Ruckert.
Tough break for Isa to get that steal and then give it right back just a few seconds later.
We can go back to ask Coach a question. So we'd asked him, where's the best place you've gone into?
Yeah, he had Payson.
Payson.
You're not from the state of Utah, right?
Correct.
What has been the best food that you have come to appreciate or enjoy living out here?
I think I'm going to surprise you with this, guys. When I first got here, I could not stand fry sauce.
Okay.
Fry sauce is really, really good.
I thought fry sauce was just an idiotic move to just, I don't know. It just didn't seem smart to me. I didn't like the taste of it. And it's grown on me. I love fry sauce. I can't eat fries without fry sauce. What about you guys?
I love it. Fry sauce is pretty good. Let's see, what would I take as my favorite? I don't know. You got to go. And then
I grew up in Idaho, so you know you guys don't do potatoes right down here, but you know I wouldn't expect that. That's okay, you know.
Now we're working it. Yeah, not a chance.
Kind of like Dwight. We just like eat them raw.
Great reference, by the way.
Yeah, I got to come up with a better thing. I don't have a great answer to that one.
As an Idaho man, with your love for potatoes, is it mashed or whole potato? Like, do you want a whole potato or mashed?
I don't have a preference in terms of the kind of potato, but I actually really like just my butters plain. Like I'm good with fry sauce, but man, I'll eat my fries just plain. I'll eat my baked potato just like I don't need like butter and fixing. Like I'm good just plain.
3 on the way, won't go.
You don't mess up a potato with gravy. That's
no.
a no.
I agree.
Yeah.
Is that the case with mashed potatoes too?
Yes.
Interesting.
No gravy on mashed potatoes.
Hot take tonight from Dane.
End of the third quarter. It's Olympus 52 and Timpview 34. You're watching and listening to, and welcome back into the John M. Huntsman Center. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart. Uncut Gus Chopenia. Go ahead, Dane.
Start of the fourth. Coach, tough situation. I mean, if you're Timpview, How do you keep your players engaged in this game?
You tell them that we just need a 6-7, 8-0 run right here, or 8-2 run. Ooh, tough air ball by Lincoln Holcomb there. And just remind them about it starts in the defensive end. We have to get stops and minimize Olympus to just one possession right now.
I'm not going to lie, I'm stunned.
Absolutely shocked.
Same.
And not necessarily that Olympus is winning, but the way they've done it and just like the dominating fashion. I thought that the length would be more problematic, and they've just dissected it.
You can tell it didn't even impact them whatsoever.
No, it's like, that's nice.
All 5 guys have attacked the basket, have finished over multiple guys with length, and it's just impressive. Couldn't agree more. It's just well done by Coach Barnes and his team right here tonight.
Well, and we talked about support scoring, and it's been there for Gavin Lowe. 14 for Lazaris, 13 for Owen, 8 for Jackson.
That's what it's all about.
That's huge.
Being the better team.
Going to send that ball over. And now up the floor with Lazaris. Everybody's just trying to make it all work.
I know one thing, though. Izzy Engel is not going to allow his team to quit.
They will not quit.
And they will play hard till the end of the whistle.
Nicely done.
Great finish by Lincoln right there.
Yeah, Lincoln Holcomb. Hangs in, can't get it. Rebound and now run out.
You know what?
That works in your Timpview.
I was just going to say, sometimes people think that you pressure. Oh, big miss, big offensive rebound by Jackson. Sometimes people think you pressure to get steals, but sometimes you pressure to force them to shoot the ball fast.
Cannot get it, and the rebound taken by Timpview. I think he
thought
he was fouled by a second there.
I'm going to be real interested to see the rebounding difference at the end of this game. It's got to be advantage Olympus.
It's got to be advantage Olympus, especially with how many offensive rebounds they've had and extra possessions.
It's amazingly going to be advantage Olympus. No, we still got to figure out how to get everything figured out on our boards in the building. And so many of those are just a little off.
We got ads, Dusty.
I'm aware, but there's stuff all over the place, man. As they bring the ball up, gonna put a ball in the corner, gonna pull and hit. Oh my gosh.
What a game for Luke Owen.
Luke Owen just showed up tonight and has had a tremendous impact on this game.
Good for the senior, huh?
Absolutely. Great way to play.
Naliai gets in the lane and gets the little teardrop to fall.
Another thing that you can count on with Coach Engel's teams is they can score quick in a bunch.
Oh, I thought he had that. That ball just barely came out. So quickly up the floor, that's not going to get there.
Not like that, though. Can't turn the ball over like that.
Now the 4 starters are going to come back in. Okay, bring out the little guys, and all the big guys will come in.
According to stats reported, Luke Owen made 21 threes coming into tonight. Coming into tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think he's made at least 4. That's like 20% of his makes on the year in one game in the semifinal.
It's an impressive performance by the young man.
100% nice drive, can't get the finish. Oh, drive anybody absolutely insane that he couldn't get the finish there. 3 on the way, can't get it. Rebound was taken and then lost. There by Gavin Lowe.
I think that's the story of the night offensively for Timpview. They forced shots. They were pressing a little too early, in my opinion, and it just forced them to take bad contested shots.
That's Caden Jackson, by the way, to Gavin Lowe. Lob that one in, and now the foul going to be called on Lewis. And it'll be free throws and a chance to...
Well, and it kind of felt like once they got stunned, they never recovered.
Yep.
Olympus comes out, boom, 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 boom. And then it's like, what's going on?
Yep.
Almost like Timpview was puzzled and shocked by the way that Olympus came out and played them.
Yeah.
Like just shocked. It was like, wait, how hard? What are they doing? Like, what are we doing? It's just
or even the success of it. Like, how is this happening? Right? Like, this is not supposed to play out like this.
And I told myself I wasn't going to say this tonight, but it reminds me a little bit of our game yesterday. I think sometimes players get a little puzzled, and it just kind of impacts their attack mode.
Totally agree. Because I thought your game yesterday was exactly what you just said. Because after that first quarter, like, what are you going to do? Like, what do we do?
I'm trying to hold back and not talk too much about the game, but yes, you're absolutely right, Dusty. I couldn't agree more with that.
And it's like, what are we going to say? What are we going to do? Like, how does this work? And it's like, I don't know how often you've got to do that to try to get something done.
And I will say to Highland's credit too, like it's the same story that Olympus is doing tonight. Their secondary scorers are hitting shots. And, last night I've told people in the last 12 hours this. If you would have told me that, Isaiah Drisdom and Vi Higbee only had 6 and 7 points respectively in that game,
win.
I would have been like, we win.
Yeah.
But the story of that game yesterday for us, at least, and the same tonight for Olympus, is that all the secondary scores were scoring. Yesterday for Highland, they had 6, 7 guys that hit threes. And
I mean, case in point, right? So right now, according to my numbers, these are not official. Gavin Lowe and Caden Jackson have combined for 20 points. You feel pretty good if you're Timpview.
oh, absolutely there. Yeah. Just all those role players just make such a huge difference. Everyone thinks it's always just about the star players, and it's just you don't win championships with star players. You win championships with role players that support those star players.
Put back is easy there for Tolstrup.
Can Timpview cut this to 12, 11, 10 by the halfway mark? They got to get stops, though.
Timpview does have all their timeouts.
He's held them all. And Lazarus just absolutely just unreal. They're up 18.
Again, the story of the game has just been the same situation. Timpview gets a basket, and they can't just get stops from all their role players.
And now the first timeout. He says 30 seconds, so 30 seconds. All right, so let's talk about the other one. So you said that you found fry sauce. You had to learn it, and then you got it. So what's the actual food that we're actually going to have?
You're putting me on the spot again here, Dusty. Food that I've acquired that I didn't have before I came to Utah?
Sure. Because there's stuff back east. We both served our missions in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So, there's stuff you could name that I'd be like, okay, I like that place. Or, yeah. So if you want to do that, we can do that. We can do both.
Well, there's no cheesesteak out here in Utah that matches to anything back east, obviously.
Moochie's is not
really
bad.
good.
It's not bad. Not bad. I agree. I miss the one that they used to have in Lehigh. Food in Utah that I haven't had before. Again, this is a tough question. Sorry, dead air here. I'm literally at a loss. Like, fry sauce was the first thing that came to my head.
Okay.
About things that I got accustomed here in Utah with. I think another thing that comes to mind maybe is a scone. I never had a scone.
You never had a scone, that makes sense.
Like a honey butter scone from like Arctic Circle.
Yeah.
Never had those back east.
Didn't Arctic Circle?
Well, no, not Arctic Circle, but scone. Sorry, Dusty.
It was just a second.
Have you had a better
I was
scone?
like, wait, what? Yeah, exactly. Hold on a second. Wait, Arctic Circle actually that's a pretty good one. Scone's pretty good. I mean, for me, waking up and going and getting, I go get. Damn it! I just lost it in my head. It's okay. So we come right back. 60-44 as Olympus has been absolutely dominant in this one.
We'll play that game a little bit longer. 33 combined points for Owen and Lazarus tonight for Olympus. 33 combined.
Oh my gosh.
And you said 20 combined for Gavin Lowe and Caden Jackson.
According to my numbers, which do tie. So, yeah.
Impressive team performance tonight by Olympus.
I'm just glad Dustin and I didn't do a bracketology, because then we'd really have to,
Oh man.
wear this one, huh?
Oh yeah, he traveled. There you go. So traveling violation. The ball will go back to Timpview. It's funny because I never would have guessed what you had just said there, Coach. But you're right. I'm glad we didn't do our bracketology.
Yeah.
Dane actually did pretty good with his bracketology. I remember on the reveal show for the bracket, I'm pretty sure you mentioned that any of those top 8 seeds you could see make a run to the championship game. And
I did say that. Thank you, Coach.
So-
Appreciate that. Hey,
That is unreal as a shot now gets put in by Ford.
Another ball on the ground that pinballed around.
As the ball holds on, it's 5 fouls, so we got to go down the other end of the floor to get free throws up.
your thoughts on 5A this year, just in general, Coach?
I think 5A is extremely underrated, Dane. I think there were a lot of top-heavy teams. I think it went really deep. I thought your predictions that you guys had on your reveal show were spot on. I thought any of those top 8, 9, 10 teams could make a run. I'm not surprised at all to see the run that Brighton made. That was a super impressive win that they had over Orem. And I think there's also some good teams. There's some great programs that are kind of in that mid area. And so I thought 5A showed out this year. 6A's got their talent. They've got their horses. But I think 5A's in good hands in the next couple of years.
I think you can make the argument the last couple of years that 5A has been as good, maybe even better than 6A.
I would actually agree with that. I think that's a very spot-on statement.
The three was good by Will Openshaw.
13-point game.
What'd you think? Get down to 62-49? I mean,
boy, but Timpview's just burned through a ton of timeouts. They only got one left.
that's what I'm saying. Like, they just keep taking it.
That's also a very non-Izzy thing. He's very particular about saving his timeouts.
Because he gets down to the end of the game, and he usually has like 2 or 3 left. So this one, 62-49. How hard is it when you're in the Timpview bench of just trying to keep everyone calm, trying to get everyone in the right spot, all that kind of stuff?
I think that's a very difficult skill to have. I think you have to have a good staff of coaches, especially your assistant coaches are huge. If they can go and you only get a few seconds with them. If you can just build confidence in them and talk to them about some positivity and challenge them a little bit, hold them accountable, I think that's huge. So I think Izzy right here is just reminding them guys, like, we just got to get stops and take advantage and score on the other end. If we put together a couple of those possessions and turn this into a 10-point game, you never know. I've seen crazier things happen.
Well, I think we're going to come right back. Yeah, we are. Oh, man, they got the run out here with Gavin Lowe. And Gavin blocked from behind. Yes. Oh, no, they got a foul.
Well, so if you watch this, he kind of reaches in before that shot. We'll have a look at it here. I love the play design. Left hand, it's hard to see there. He does kind of give him a little bit on the upper arm.
I'm good.
That press break that Coach Barnes just drew up,
That was
genius.
nice, huh?
Genius.
I mean, you talk about a way to get Gavin Lowe the basketball. A+.
Oh, absolutely.
Well done.
To attract the defense to go to the corner and just throw the ball over the top.
3 won't go. Rebound. Is Caden Jackson now fouled. It's going to be free throws on the other end.
I have a feeling we're going to be shooting a lot of free throws.
I think we will.
Oh, my heavens.
I think we will.
And the next 3 minutes is going to be like crazy.
Poor Dane just wants to get some sleep and rest that throat and get to work.
Let's be honest, Coach. That's just not going to happen. So I'll sleep on. Well, I have stuff Saturday too. So Sunday, I'll sleep on Sunday.
That's crazy because I say the same thing often to my wife. I go home up until 11 or 12, scouting, game planning. My wife's like, "You can do this later. You need to get some sleep." I'll sleep in 3 months when the season's over.
When the season's over, I'll just, we'll be good.
Yeah.
And then it's just another AAU season. And it's like, yeah.
That's true.
Can't get that one to go. The rebound goes out of bounds. We'll stay here with Timpview. That's where you just hope the coach that came in, let's just stay calm. Gets it in, a long 3, does not go. Rebound is out of bounds to the T-Birds.
Coach, what's your favorite activity to do in the offseason?
Another great question. I'm going to be really boring and just say spend time with my family. I've hardly seen
look at you.
I've hardly seen my children in the last 4 months. I'm also going to say something corny. I love going to Disneyland. So if I can go to Disneyland with my family.
And there's the dunk there for
exclamation point by Mr. Lowe.
For Gavin Lowe. That's as good as it gets, to be honest with you. Is that I know we were all hoping for a really close, fun game, but just a lot of fun. Nice take and make.
Good finish by Mr. Ford. I think Timpview wishes they had a few more of those earlier in the game.
I think so too. I think they're like, hey, I wish this was done when we were still a little closer.
Okay, Coach, who's your favorite Disneyland character?
A favorite Disneyland character?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
You're a Disneyland fan? Who's your favorite character?
Gosh, you guys are doing such a great job of putting me on the spot tonight. I would say, again, probably a corny answer, but I'm going to say Minnie Mouse right now, only because my daughter, my 3.5-year-old daughter, is in love with Minnie Mouse. And so anytime Minnie Mouse is around and the smile on my daughter's face is priceless.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Sorry, I'm being a little boring right now.
Dude, that's amazing. Got the first one.
I've always been a goofy guy, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
we know.
Yeah, like literally and character-wise.
Lazarus with a big block. Balls to stay here with Timpview. We have that one?
No.
Remember, Dane's trying to get to bed.
I was just asking, is that ball is taken away by Gavin Lowe. Just wisely pulls it out. So
well, you got to give props tonight to Coach Barnes and his incredible coaching job.
1,000,000%.
He did such a great job game planning against the length of Timpview and put him in a bind. And you can tell that Timpview tried really hard to take away Gavin a little bit earlier. They tried to take away Caden. And when those things didn't work to their favor and they couldn't score, you can tell it kind of rattled Timpview.
Here's the crazy thing, though. This Timpview team, no seniors?
I was just going to say, I know what you were going to say.
Not a single senior.
All coming back next year. Incredible.
And then 3 from Ford off the mark. And that's what's kind of what's amazing, too, right? So when you're watching what's going on, hey, what's next year? This is everything coming back next year is on the floor for Timpview.
Yeah, and all their key guys all played significant minutes.
Yes.
So there's no situation like me where I've got juniors who played a little bit and are looking to get more experience next season. Izzy's top 8 guys have all played significant minutes this year.
And he's gotten them a bunch of different stuff as that first free throw is good.
How much do you let this sink into them for next year? Be like, no, we're going to watch this, guys, because we want you to be hungry. Like, remember this pain and let that drive you next year.
If I know Izzy the way I do, I think the message in the locker room after this game tonight is he's going to be real and honest with them and just tell them, listen, this is not what we did tonight. We didn't do this right tonight. We've got to remember this emotion, this feeling, and then quickly turn it into let's recap the season and just talk about how proud we are of your effort. You guys had a great season, and then let's get to work.
Ford's 3 is short. Rebound and putback is good by Tallstrip.
It is really rare that you have this much talent and experience coming back.
It's rare.
Very.
Very rare to see this much depth of players on a roster coming back and playing again the following year.
Full timeout. Let's take it with him. You want to take it with him?
All right, sure.
Okay, 127 free throw is good. From low, I mean, that's kind of the thing. It's like, hey, what are we going to do? Just give me gravy. We're good. We'll figure it out.
Question is, would Dusty drink gravy?
I would not.
Okay.
That would not happen.
Good answer.
Yeah. And it's down the other end. Here's Ford. Can't get it to go. Now the rebound, and just got to bring it up the floor. There you go. Just get it over to your guys and just.
I'd be remiss if I didn't say real quick that, you got to give props to Timpview for the great season they've had again. Their region's been tough this year.
Crazy.
They've had some battles with Springville, with Orem, obviously. Orem got their number again for the first time this year. So props to Coach Ingle and his staff and the players. And, this is one of the hardest things as a coach is being in the locker room here at the U for 2 years for me is at Bountiful. And just seeing the tears in the kids' eyes after these kind of losses, it's hard.
It's hard. Oh, it's so hard. When your guys are young, and it's just, I mean, I don't care how old they are, right? Because when you're a senior, you feel a certain way. I'll tell you right now, I felt the same as a senior as I did as a sophomore. It was all very, very difficult. I was just very much sitting there like, what am I going to do? It's like, no. Every time I was in a loss, like it was really, really hard. And when you're a coach and that's what you get to see, it is really, really, really hard to get through.
I've got 20 points for Gavin Lowe.
20 points?
That's where he ended up. A lot of free throws late, some finishing plays late. How about a reception by his bench as he walks off the floor? The heart and soul of this team.
Like, I don't want to predict things too early here, but 5A Player of the Year?
Yes.
Well, not yet.
Not yet.
Yes. I had to change my mind.
Yeah, him.
I think if they were playing Orem, you would say not yet. But I think with Highland, because they're so balanced, I don't think they have that player that is standout. Orem, I think you can make an argument on a couple guys if Orem won a state title.
Yeah.
Right? But since they lost, yes, I think Gavin Lowe, 5A Player of the Year.
Yeah. Tremendous analysis right there. So it's almost like you've done this before.
Look, that's super. That's super detailed breakdown. I mean, I can't make it any more clear.
I mean, like if I had to rate that was an A+, Dane. So good.
Look at that.
Yay!
I think he's the 5A Player of the Year personally
I do
myself.
too.
So,
well, the funny thing is that you've got the kid at Orem. Well, who am I thinking of?
Well, I think you can make an argument for Dastrup or for Burgess at Orem.
Yeah. Because Dastrup and Burgess are really the two big ones.
They are.
Outside of.
Yeah, Chance is a huge part of that Orem success team.
Yeah,
huge. You know what's crazy about Gavin Lowe, by the way? He's a junior.
Well, that's the other thing, too, right?
He's another year.
Like,
yeah.
That's wild to me.
If Orem wins it, those guys are seniors, right? There's more that goes into it than just performance, right?
Yeah. And then, second of all, not to look too forward, also, right now, no disrespect to Timpview, but, man, Highland and Olympus?
Yes, please.
Yep.
Championship game?
Those two games, I think, were both single digits. I think they were both within 4.
And, like, sign me up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Going to be unreal, especially when they're going to come here as well. And it's essentially a central location for both of the schools is pretty awesome. You're going to bring them right here. It's going to be awesome.
Highland student section was great today. Olympus was full today. We could use a little more noise, but
I agree. Olympus has been quiet tonight.
It was another very, very pleasant evening for the Olympus students.
I agree. What's wild, too, is I get the privilege of having Olympus and Highland in our region next year.
That's pretty sweet.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Getting to coach against legends like Coach Barnes and Coach Jones. It's going to be fun.
Well, that'll do it. 3, 2, and 1. The final score, Olympus 76 and Timpview 58. I mean, this has been a crazy game for me, be along with Dane and also Coach Cepena. But, Coach, let's get your final thoughts on what you saw tonight.
Again, like we mentioned during the broadcast, guys, I just thought that they did Olympus did a fantastic job of just not allowing the length of Timpview to mess with them at all. They did such a great job of sucking them in on defense, kicking it out, hitting the one-mores, playing as a team. And like we mentioned during the broadcast, like incredible game tonight from Luke Owen, from Lazarus, from Goldsberry. Like there are so many key guys. It wasn't just Gavin Lowe that played well for them. And I thought that was a difference in the game. And I think the way Timpview responded to that was they were rattled and they just never gained confidence tonight. And it's amazing what teams can do when you play together. I thought that's what stuck out to me tonight.
Yeah, I agree. And, for me, Lazares, I thought he set a real tone early with his made threes. And sometimes when you see that contribution, everyone's like, guys, we can do this. Like, yeah, let's go, right? You see a little bit of success early. You see guys step up, have career kind of nights in a semifinal, then everyone buys in, and that momentum builds. And Timpview never had a response for that. Super impressive night tonight for the Olympus Titans.
You know what else is really, sorry to cut you off. You know what's also really impressive? I know you guys have heard this a lot, but you guys have been really impressive. So thank you for all you do for high school sports, not just boys basketball, but for girls basketball, for all the other sports mentioned. And it's just a sight to see to have the two of you back in the booth together. So incredible job. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts from all. I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. I've heard other coaches say the same thing, but nobody works harder than you two when it comes to these kind of sports. And Dusty, it's so good to have you back.
Yeah,
It was amazing to get back. And, it's actually for Dane. So that's where we were.
that's right.
Hey, thank you.
Thank
so much.
you. It's so good to have you guys back. And thank you guys very much.
Again, our final score, Olympus 76 at Timpview 58 for Dane Stewart and for Coach Gus Sopena. I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and for watching and listening to KSL Sports Rewind.